this is V from a Canadian RVer. In this video what I'm doing is doing some service work, some maintenance on my Georgetown Class A coach, and these are basically the products that I use, and with one that I've just now started to use and are really impressed with it, and I'll show you why as we come to the video. First of all, what I'll do is I use this WD-40 high performance white lithium grease, and it's very good. It stays on everything, and you can use it for hinges and any kind of moving parts. It's just a nice clean grease that you can use on interior parts of your coach. Going to the second one, this is a 3-in-1 product, and it's just straight silicone lubricant. It's high performance lubricant, it's quick drying, safe on metal, rubber, wood, or vinyl. So you can use it pretty well anywhere on any products that either squeak or move, and you want to give them a little bit of lubrication. So silicone lubricant, great stuff from 3-in-1. Now, I've used a lot of different products that I've purchased for my rubber seals on our slide outs. And I've had, I would say, 4 or 5 different products that I've tried. And any time that you put it on, it's either a foam or it's an oil. But this one's basically a combination of both. So I'll show you how it goes on and what I do just to quickly wipe it off. And it's also got UV protection in it, a UV shield. And it's RV Care, a rubber seal conditioner. It reduces friction and wear. It's also water resistant. So that's the way I do my seals. The latest one that I've just started using, and really impressed with this is by WD-40, and it's called Spray and Stay Gel Lubricant No Drip Formula. And I thought, well, I've tried so many different oils and silicones and on the rails, and when you spray the rail, you want to move the rails or move the slides in, and what happens is that it drips everywhere. It drips inside the coach if there's still excessive amount that you put on. But this one really impressed me because it goes on like a foam spray. It dries slightly, then turns into a gel, and it stays right on the part that you've sprayed it. And I'll show you that when I take you outside on the rail. So this is the latest one I really like. It's WD-40. It's a Spray and Stay Gel Lubricant. So I'll show you how this works as we move outside. So what I do is I just take a little bit, I start it from the bottom here, and I spray up and give it a good coat. You don't have to go all the way because you can see right away where it starts to drip a little bit and it runs. So what I do is I'll take a fiber cloth and I'll start whipping it down. You can see where it puts this nice shine to it. And just by rubbing back and forth, you can distribute the lubricant all the way up and down the seal. Now I'm just going to do that top part, and we'll come back. Don't forget, you also have the mating seals, which are on this part. What you might want to do is just, once you have enough of that product on your cloth, you might just want to go up and down and touch it up a little bit. Yeah, just brighten them up and put some UV protectant on that. And you can do that all the way out. So there's my seal on this side. It's already done. And you can see it's nice and black. The other thing I do is, you're probably wondering this part, what that is. That's just a piece of Gorilla Tape. And the reason I put it there is when the slide out comes out, the tape rips this a little bit, or grabs on it a little bit is what I'm trying to say, and causes the slide out to fan out in the appropriate direction. Also, when it's going back in, it pulls the seal back in over the roughness of the tape as opposed to the side of how smooth that is. So that's what that is. So here we are underneath, and the slide out is out. Now what I start doing is I'll take a piece of paper and just give the slide rail a real good cleaning. Trying to get off a lot of the old oil and debris and just plain dirt on the rails. So I've already given this side a coat, the far side, and now just underneath we'll give it a good spray. And I'll give you a close-up view of just what it looks like. I'll move the camera in real close. And you can see where it's changed from a foam spray to a gel. And you can see where it just stays right on the rail. And it looks good. I mean, it's a point where it's not going to drip anymore. So now I move back to the second rail on this slide out, and pretty well do exactly the same thing. I'm just going to wipe it down as best I can with a paper towel, and it takes off a lot of the old oils and debris and dust that's been accumulating on the rails. And of course it depends what kind of lube you use on that, because it could pick up a lot of dirt when the wind's blowing and the slides are out. Trying to clean a little bit of that top part that's maybe overspray from various other lubricants. And also that's where one of the wheels roll to bring the slide in or out. So again, we'll just give it a good spray on this side. And you can see where it goes on like a foam almost. Now, sure, it drips a little bit, but it does hang in there compared to other products that I've used. Now what I've done is I've just sped up the video just a little bit here so that we can save a little time with the spraying part of it. And what I'm trying to do is put a little bit of spray on the top part of the rail. There's always a little bit of dripping, I guess, when you put it on and it turns to a gel. And might be a little bit of overspray, which you might want to wipe off from the clear coat. And there's a good shot of just what it looks like when you spray it and it turns from a foam to a gel. So now we moved around to the big slide on the driver's side, and we'll take it out and get ready to do the same procedure on the other two rails. We're underneath again. I've sped up the video here just a little bit to speed things up. Same process. We're going to just wipe it down real good with a piece of paper towel, get all the old contaminants off the rail. And we start our spraying process. And we move back to the last rail. Give it a good wipe down. A good coating. And we'll put the slide back in just to run it a few times and get the lubricant to move around on the rails on the inside part too. Now the next thing I do is I go underneath my coach, and I'll show you right here. I do spray with silicone on the levelers, and what I try to do is get a bit of coating on that, and then I'll take a piece of paper towel and just wipe down the rams, because you don't want contamination on those at all, because as you retract them they could go into the seal and damage the seal. And then I put my levelers all back down, just run them one time, make sure they're all down. And of course you don't want to take any tires off the ground with levelers, that's a no-no. And they're all down, they're all sitting nice and clean. So now there's nothing left to do except I just now put my tire covers back on my coach, and I do cover all the tires as I clean the tires and make sure that there's no contamination or debris. And of course it's better for the tires sitting on concrete or wood as opposed to dirt. So I put my covers back on all 4 wheels, on the dualies and on the front. So this is V from a Canadian RVer. We hope that this has given you a few points and how we maintain our coach. Please subscribe, please give us a thumbs up, and please hit the bell button to know when the next video is coming out. This is V from a Canadian RVer. Thanks for watching.